Well, good evening and welcome to Masterpiece Theater. Today we'll be showing you a film on offensive line and domination in football. No, hi, how are you? Um, After taking a week off to handle some stuff, um, Mr. Vera has returned. And good evening, Mr. Mason. How are you? Um,
My brother from another mother.
there, there were a lot of there was a lot of drama last week in your absence, Chris. As there was a lot of back and forth in the comments between fans and certain things. And today, we will have representation from the Las Vegas Gold on this situation to where hopefully it can clear the air or probably just set up another back and forth. But someone asked
That
why
bad?
we keep somebody. You should have watched last week's show
I
and
should
just
have.
watch
I should have.
and just
Need
the
to.
back and forth comments. Um, Corey is on assignment, so he will not be with us today. Hopefully, we will get live with 2-5 in just a moment. But in the meantime, it is myself and it is Chris. But how is your week so far, good sir?
Not bad. Not bad. How about you?
Well, unfortunately, division rival won Lombardi on my field, which is
Yeah.
not cool. But they were obviously the better team. Um, but it's quite amazing how one Puerto Rican outrated the Super Bowl. But that's another story for another day. But that just means we are that much closer to A7 opening up once again. And hello, Mr. Duncan, how art thou? Um, and getting his suave on, looking all suave for the camera. Um, as mentioned, say his name and he does appear, but we'll let him get himself ready before he comes on. Um, you ready, 2-5? He's
It
giving a thumbs
is.
up.
Yeah.
Looks like he is ready. 2-5 in the building.
What
Welcome,
up,
sir. Good
man?
evening. How are you?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? What's going on?
What's happening?
Well, I'm just trying to catch up. I'm just trying to catch up to Crystal. What happened last week with all the drama that was going on in the comments? To which we will have their side of the story being told momentarily.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It was very eventful, Chris. Very eventful. But I feel like after today, right? I feel like
Hmm.
after today, we should have all the fucking answers. Okay, we should have
Okay.
all the fucking answers, right? We shouldn't have
that would be
really.
nice.
Hey, with the right people up here, we should have the
Yes.
right answers. You
Yes.
feel
Y-
me?
y'all
And
have to
then
fill me
after
in on
to
the right answers because I'm not 100% sure what
Well,
happened. So
come
basically,
on, it's been this. Yeah, go ahead.
there's been a lot of talk
okay.
from certain players on the goal about certain players about how he's I guess sabotaging the team if I want to use that term. And after the show, this gentleman reached out to me and said, "You know what? I need to come on and I need to tell my side of the story." And I said, "Okay, say less." So, in addition to that, then there was a post up there saying that another player on the gold, they had a conversation. Him and our guest had a conversation with each other, and he's taken over, and they're both going to come on to tell their side of the story. I'm just in the process
Oh,
of sending
I
them the
did
link
see a
now.
portion of that in the
Yes.
A7FL Nevada.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a portion of that, so I kind of
Okay,
know
Yeah.
what
okay.
you guys are
Yeah.
talking about.
So this is why I call this the state of the gold address on this particular 170th episode of the other side of the ball.
Man, is this the other side of the ball or Days of Our Lives?
Hell no, Chris is young and restless because these
Oh, my
motherfuckers
bad,
don't
my
sleep.
bad. Yeah, you're right. You're
Okay,
right. Young and Restless. My bad.
If we wouldn't get copy, I would so play the Young and the Restless theme song right now. You have like no idea how much I would like
Really get that going.
be petty with this right now, playing that
yeah.
theme song.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Otherwise, we get copyrighted. But just a friendly reminder before we have our guests come on momentarily, if I can find the doggone thing, and there it is. Um, Hello, Mason. Good evening. How are you? But just a friendly reminder, and Mizzle cracking up at work right about now, or he might be off. I don't know. But just a friendly reminder, we're that much closer to opening day, March 15th. Um, Literally almost, in a sense, a month away. Mr. Willie, how are you, sir? Thank you guys for
Oh,
chiming in. But yeah, just a friendly reminder. Season 12, starting on the 15th of March, with some very, very good matchups to highlight week one. Just to, well, there you go. That answers the question right there.
There you
So
go.
hopefully we
Working.
keep you entertained while you're at work getting paid the 9 to 5. But again, some highly anticipated matchups. Of course, the UMBIC. The BIC starting off their chances to repeat. The Inferno making their A7FL debut. The Baltimore Thunder making their debut. The Compton Accelerators making their debut. They'll be playing the Hunters in Los Angeles. Out here in Vegas, we got Sick With It and the Insomniacs in the day cap. And one of the most intriguing matchups, the Animals against the Renegades. Can the Renegades pick up where they left off last season, almost shocking the world twice? Find out March 15th on ASNFL.tv. Um, and hello, Mr. Anderson. Good evening.
Mr. Anderson.
So, I mean, let's just get into it. I mean, will there be more drama unfolding, or do we think this will finally, as 2-5 would say, finally put this situation and well, it could be
I'm
that.
sure you are.
But
hey, we're gonna stir some shit up tonight. All right, we're gonna stir some shit up. Okay, I want to hear it. Okay, all the complaints, everything, all the questions, concerns. You feel me? The whole 9 yard. We should get answers tonight.
He
I'm
said,
kind
air
of
your grievances.
I'm kind of ready for the madness as well. I got to say it this way because I used to be a player coach, so I've
How did
seen
that
it
work out
all.
for you? How did that work out for you?
Um, quite a few championships.
Well, some insider
National
information.
championships. The team, it's funny because the team that you see behind me was one of the teams that we put together for the Nationals and took third place during that. We got a little screwed. People knew about it. Even the team that wind up winning said we got screwed. But anyway, nonetheless, you play, you coach. Um, it worked out pretty well for me anyway. I didn't have the heartaches and headaches that a lot of guys do because if you wanted to come play, you wanted to come run. I wasn't looking for the superstars. I was looking for the guys that we could build a team around and go out and beat the superstars, and that's what we did.
When you were a player coach, what was your role as a player?
Dude, I've played wide receiver, quarterback, running back, offensive line, safety.
Okay, you did everything.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Did you ever feel like you had to, in a sense, give up your position for the team to be better?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How did that work out? Did you make that exit?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
The matter of fact, when we're playing, what's that?
That's it. And did the team get better?
Or
was the goal achieved?
The goal was achieved. I mean, you have to, when you're a player coach, you have to do kind of what's right for the team in a sense. That if there's somebody, so at wide receiver, I didn't really have a whole lot of issues at center because that's where I played. I was an undersized center for most of the guys that I was blocking, but did my damnedest because it was a necessity. At corner, I never came off the field. Matter of fact, when I was playing, we had the flag football. We had the two different leagues. We had the day league and then the night league. And in the night league, I was playing wide receiver, but I had 6 picks and 2 touchdowns on the defense. So they wanted me to stop playing wide receiver. Okay, no problem. As a player coach, if I saw somebody that was better than me and needed to be on the field, I would literally come off the field and tell them to get in. So I have no problem with that.
Now, just to pinpoint something that Derek said,
it's the one right
in the previous comment, hold on, he said that OTT is out this season, so a new schedule will be coming up this week. So there you go. So we thought we would be getting the return of OTT. It's not going to happen, apparently. Also, Derek says, great question, Knox. CV definitely did that. Chris moved online, and we used him as a tight end a lot instead of our normal wide receiver.
Yep.
And Willie just wants to get to the drama. We will get there momentarily. We will get there momentarily. Just wow. Okay. We will get to the state of the Vegas Gold in just a second, as Chris was giving his analogy on being a player coach, and Derek giving us some breaking news that there will be no OTT this year. So again, we'll just flash that up there as you see it. Breaking news coming to the other side of the ball. As you can see in the comments, Derek has just said that OTT will not be there, so there will be a new schedule posted out next week, and we will give that to you as soon as possible. As Chris is flexing, I think.
What's that?
Are you flexing?
No, it's just itching my arm.
Oh, no gun show?
No. Too old for that bullshit. I'm not vain.
All right. So.
Too old for what bullshit?
I'm too old for that vain bullshit. I ain't gonna fucking look at my arms. I could care less.
Okay.
No gun show?
Or couldn't care less, excuse me.
No gun show?
No.
Hold on. Okay. If I can type right about now.
No.
Checking to see if he's dreaming.
Yeah, I'm dreaming.
Willie, I'm pretty sure he'll be saying stuff in the comments. So everybody chill out. All right. Whole lot of drama.
LA, he called me. Anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Well.
So, man, what's up, man? Bring the ass up here. Let's get it.
Yeah. I'm waiting on one more, so I can bring
one more. Do we need two people to start a party? Let's get
it. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. All right.
Come on, man.
There's only one truth, and that's the truth of God. But who am I to say?
Hey, LA, I'm gonna keep it so real. Okay, we so tired of hearing your side of the motherfucking story. All right, I just want to say that we tired of it because there's been plenty of chances where you could have pulled up. Even tonight, you could have been a part of this goal if you're a part of this shit or not, or even if you had something to say. Dub has said it on numerous occasions. Chris has said it on numerous occasions. Anybody who feels like they got some shit to say, bring your ass.
And just don't get into your feelings, because once you do, I'm just gonna cut your ass off. So,
I mean that too. Fuck it. But why be in the comments when you could be up here really giving your side of the story?
Well, that was brought to you by 2-5, and that also was called Passion.
It is.
All right, so we will take this quick timeout, and then we will have our guest on the show. You are watching The Other Side of the Ball on the Other Side of the Ball Network. All right, so finally, we will have the state of the gold addressed. And first off, stop it. Willie says they're too emotional. That's why.
Jeremiah, is he on your guys' team?
Well, first off, guys, unmute your mics, and we welcome Derek Knight and Jeremiah Reeves to the program.
Hell no.
First time for Bama.
That dude is not on our team.
All right, enough said. Appreciate it.
Okay, so gentlemen, we don't. Okay, let me put this public service announcement out there. If you want to come on the show, you can message Derek, you can message me, you can message 2-5, you can message Chris. Hell, you can even message Corey for crying out. You can even message Corey for crying out loud. As much as y'all can't stand him. Okay, there's many outlets for somebody to reach us. And just for the record, Bama reached out to me saying I want to come on and speak my piece, and he invited Derek along with him. That's why they're on the show. And next week, Coach Lee from the Stealth reached out to me, and guess what? He's on the show next week. So again, if you want to reach out, there's plenty of outlets you can reach out to ask, can I come on the show and speak my piece?
And
This
not
is a
to
public
mention, I'm
service
friends
announcement.
with half you mother.
This
Anyway,
is my public service announcement. I'm not going to say this anymore. So there you go. There is plenty of outlets for you to come on and say, hey, can I come on the podcast? We're not going to
And
tell you
funny,
no.
I'm just gonna say it now. I don't see. Let me just go to my messages. Hey, look, I don't have any messages from anybody
Mizzle,
asking to come on the show. So
Mizzle, you know
y'all
doggone
can hit
well
me
you
up
don't.
easily.
Mizzle, you don't need an invite.
Yeah, you don't need an invite when you control
Facts.
it.
And by the way, let me add to his public service announcements. Don't get in here on your comments and say put me on next week. You heard how you get on the show. You reach out. You want to be on the show? Reach out. Plain and simple. Because if
First
we
off,
don't have your information to where we can tell you how to get on the show, guess what? You ain't gonna be on the show. Period.
First off, to Jeremiah and Derek, we appreciate the time for you guys coming on to tell your guys' side of the story. So, without further ado, the floor is yours. I'll shut up.
Do you want to start, or do you want me to say what I gotta say?
Go ahead. You can say what you can say.
All right. I'm just gonna straight into it. I'm not really into like the whole drama scene or anything like that. So I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to like just say what I'm gonna be doing starting now or yesterday. So yes, Jeremiah is stepping down from the QB spot. I'm not doing this because of any of what people are saying. This is just strictly me and him discussed it, me and him one-on-one. I think it would be beneficial for not just him, but the entire team to just get something new, something fresh into that scene, especially if I want to rebuild. And then out of respect for Jeremiah, I'm also not going to be looking for a QB that's already in A7. So I'm going to be looking for something out of A7. So there's a lot of guys that are already hitting me up saying that I should hit up certain people and stuff like that. I am not going to be doing that. Just out of respect for Jeremiah and I don't want to be no biased. I don't even know half of these players. But yeah, that's like the biggest thing is the QB spot. I am going to be looking for something, and I'm going to be doing a fair basis. I'm not going to have any bias towards it. I'm not going to like pull in one of my buddies that doesn't play A7. It's going to be straight. You got to earn it. You show up to practice. I'm going to be hosting practices starting next week. And if you show up to practice and I see you like showing up and you're doing your thing, you know, and I feel like you're good for that role, I'm going to make sure I'm going to put the trench players into the right spots and start building around that QB. In return, I am not, depending on how this goes, I will probably step down from my player role because I do not want to be into that spot to where I say it's my team and I start. So I will most likely be like sitting back until I can pit someone into that spot to where they can manage the team and I can just be a player. And I'm willing to do that to make the team better overall. And then and then I believe, and you know, some people might have doubts about this, but I do believe that I did had a pretty good starting season, right? I think like, you know, talent's gonna recognize talent. Talented players are going to prove their shot to be a starter, and they're gonna want to ball out and they're gonna come. And people are gonna talk their shit saying the goal's gonna be the same. But once I start building the foundation and strengthening the foundation and make sure everything is good, I think we should be all right. I think people are gonna see that and we're gonna want to come over.
So, what's your primary goal for this season with the
Primary
role
goal.
that you are taking on? Like, what is your
My goal is basically just it's gonna be a straight rebuild. I'm strengthening up the lineman spot, and that's my main focus right now is the lineman and QB spot. I'm trying to find a QB that could basically take it all the way, and then have his lineman to support him, and then skill players are gonna show up. Everyone's a skills player at the end of the day, so that's my main goal is just find that QB and strengthen him up with online, and then eventually skill players will eventually just come in because they see that QB doing what he got to do.
All right, another question, because my guys are pausing, so I feel like they're still thinking of things. Okay, so you say looking for this because that's been the topic. That's been the topic of conversation. The topic of conversation has been right the QB position, right? So in what way now are you taking the time to figure out where you're gonna find this QB that the gold needs so bad, right? Where are you looking? What are you know what I'm saying? What steps are you taking? Who are you looking at? Are you looking at people
So
that's already on the team? Are you looking at people that haven't heard of the A7? Like, what's going on?
so it's not that people haven't heard of the A7. I'm just not looking at people that already played in A7. So if you played QB and you're hopping team to team to team, I'm probably not gonna be like I want you on my team. But now if you are looking into A7, right? And I've noticed like because there's guys that I know, not like on a personal level, but I just know that I play flag with or I play they have like this 8 on like pad league, you know what I mean? And they want to see if A7 is like cool. Like those guys want to come play A7, but they don't want to go to a team and just not play. You know what I mean?
I mean, y'all don't necessarily got numbers like that, so why wouldn't they play?
Yeah, I know. Perfect spot for them because, right, for instance, if Jeremiah, hypothetically, right, he was a starting quarterback and I'm telling him you should come try out, right? And they come try out and then they realize that we already got a starting quarterback, they're gonna end up what? Not wanting to play. But now that I'm telling them, yo, we're trying out for a quarterback, we don't got to set one, and if you try out, you earn it, you're gonna get that spot, and then more people are gonna be willing to come fill that spot than just bouncing to team to team to team and just leaving because they don't get a shot and stuff like that.
Okay, something that you said is you're not necessarily wanting guys. If I heard you correctly, you said you're not necessarily wanting guys that have already participated in the A7 or have been known for, in a sense, kind of team hopping, right? Now,
Yes.
somebody that recently made a post that is looking for a team and has also stressed that he could be a decent quarterback within the league is Kamari.
Right.
So do you look at guys? Do you reach out and look at guys like him? He's not necessarily somebody that was a team hopper, nor is he somebody that wasn't really about his team. He has selfish moments, of course, right? But who doesn't? You feel me? I've had my fair share. So it's like, what we doing?
No, so he would be in the part where he can try out because I have played with him before, but I never seen him play QB in the A7 community. That's just me personally, so I can't tell you if he did or not. But I have played with him like in flag in a sense. So if he was like trying to play or if he wanted to get to that starting spot, I would say, like I'll reach out to him or he can reach out to me and then set up a practice and it would be strictly based off of how he's doing at practice, if he's actually showing up to practice. Because I'm gonna try to do it to where it's like a Sunday thing. Like if we have games every Sunday, you should be at least trying to show up to one practice every couple months. And I know people are busy too, so it's not gonna be like you need to be there. But if I'm like seeing it, you know what I mean? Then he will get that spot. I'm talking about more like people that is known for playing QB, right? And then they go to another team because that team or the team is not doing good enough or something like that, and then they go to another team, and then another team, and then another team, and they just end up just team hopping at QB and just not really putting out results.
I mean, it's not too many people like that out here. We do have a couple, but I don't really see you looking at them. Just my last question, fellas, and then I'll give y'all. Uh, in the role that you're taking, you feel me? Have you ever been in this position before?
Yeah, so I did coach a little bit. There was a couple games I also coached when I played last season, and there was one of them was against the Stealth. The first half it was pretty good until players didn't want me being the coach, and then that's when I like stepped back, and then we ended up getting blown out the second half, right? And then I also did it in like little league. When I played in high school, when I got injured, I jumped into more of a like strictly more like DB receiver because I'm not a coach. I wasn't old enough in that like aspect, but I have done this. I'm very organized when it comes to football foundation and looking for players, and I'm very fair when it comes to that.
Interesting. So I'm trying to make sure that I say this the right way. Being a coach isn't nothing but being a leader. And being a leader also means that you don't necessarily have to take yourself off the field to lead. And I'm talking from experience, not from bullshit. My question is when you start looking for a quarterback, and I hear what you're saying, doesn't necessarily have to be somebody from the A7FL. My question mark to you is: have you been playing flag? I'm
Yes,
not
I
out there,
have.
so I don't know.
I've been playing. I'm in all the 5 leagues. You can ask a bunch of guys. I'm out there. Every
Why do
Sunday,
I have to
Saturday.
ask a bunch of guys, man? This isn't one of those situations where I'm checking you. I'm asking you a question. If
Yeah,
you're
of course.
if
I'm
you're
always
playing
out there.
flag, cool. So now my question mark is simple, and that is there quarterbacks that you know in the flag league that want to play A7?
Yes.
Okay. So there's my answer for where you would find your next quarterback, which makes sense. A7 is not, I mean, flag isn't too far off from A7 as far as alignment goes. I'm just asking the question for the situation that you're talking about. I hear you saying one thing, and hey, I'm going to try to put this together, and then I'll step down. Why would you step down?
Okay, so as in the term, okay, so there was a lot of, and I'm not gonna say that it was a problem for necessarily like me, but
Mhm.
other players didn't like the like the for instance, if I'm gonna earn my own spot, right, and then they're gonna say I have bias because I'm leading the team, so I want that starting spot, and I don't want people to think that since I'm leading the team that I'm automatically gonna be starting at this position. I don't want no one to think that. I want everyone to think that everyone is gonna earn their spot properly.
So would you say that you're a coach, or would you just say that you're a captain? Because in a sense, it just sounds like that's captain behavior. If I'm playing for a team and I'm taking over in a sense, like I'm a, I'm gonna do everything that you're saying. I'm gonna go recruit. I'm gonna go pick up guys that I know want to play. I'm gonna go pick up guys that I know I want to ball. You know what I'm saying? Ball with. I'm gonna do all of that. But it's also been said that being a player coach coming from the gold ain't that easy. So it's like, in a sense, you got to prioritize. Are you going to be a player, or are you going to be a player captain, or are you just going to be a coach?
I will be stepping away from the player role. I will admit that for this next season I will, because I want to prioritize getting the team more organized than anything else. I don't want it to be where players come leave next season and it's a constant repeat. I want to be more organized, more established, and then once everything is more established, because I do want to get like offensive coordinators, stuff like that, and then eventually when it's an established team, because Jeremiah will still be the owner of the team and everything is more established, I feel like Jeremiah will be more comfortable, if he is more comfortable taking back that more captain spot, and then I will go back to being a player for A7.
Well, I think that when we start talking about the way teams are run in A7, the back and forth only happens because the guidance isn't there. Um, Guys have to understand what's going on, and they have to understand the pecking order. When I kind of look back at when I was playing and being a coach as well. You have to understand what's good for the team, but you also have to make the tough decision. Being a leader is not an easy job, and some people fail at it miserably. I'm not saying you're going to. What I'm saying is that you have to understand that when you start the back and forth, that also fractures a team. You have to take a position and stick with it, no matter how hard it gets. So I get what
That's
you're
why I just
saying.
do 3-on-1.
Yeah. There you go. I get
That's a
what you're
3-on-1.
saying,
Fuck the
but
headache. Fuck the offense. Fuck the defense. I'm just going 3-on-1.
go do your 3-on-1 thing. But that's one of the things that you have to, as a young coach, trying to get the respect of his teammates. You have to earn that respect by being out there, usually before they get out there and staying after a lot of the guys are gone, and having that respect. It is something that you have to earn, and you have to show that you know the game inside and out better than they do. So when they come off the field, it's not a yelling fest, man. It's I see a lot of arguments on the sidelines, and most of it is because of the way a coach or a player coach will approach another player about what's going on. Everybody knows football's a battle, and everybody gets their I'm going to say it, panties in a wad when you're out there playing, and we have to be able to talk people down and have those conversations, not those arguments. The difference between a boss and a leader is going to be somebody that is going to show you how to do it, how to react, what to do, understand the game inside and out, correct you when you're wrong. A boss is going to tell you how to do everything and not show you shit and not be there to help you out. So you have a decision to make, even in the situation of being a player coach. You can take yourself out of the game. You can tell people, hey, you know what? Best player is going to start. We're going to have a little bit of a rotation at wide receiver, whatever it is, and then do that, but be consistent with it. That's how you get respect from your players. Doing the things that matter, and the little things also go into it for the respect. If you're not going to just be a coach, you can be a player coach in this league. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy. It's not, because you got a lot of people that think they belong on the field. Well, come and show me in practice that you belong on the field. I used to have guys tell me all the time, "Oh, I'll be your best wide receiver." Couldn't catch a lick. Stuck them on defense, put them at cornerback. Oh, those guys can play corner. They can knock down the ball with the best of them. Wish they could catch a damn ball. But these are things that you have to understand, and these guys have to understand it too. I mean, I never was that guy that wanted to jump on the greatest team and go play with my boys and win championships. No, we wanted to build that team and take those championships from those guys that were trying to put the super teams together. So, been there, done it, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy as hell. It's not. What
I
you
mean,
do and how you
let's
treat
even
people makes up everything.
let's even take it from Jeremiah, and we still need to get Jeremiah's side. You feel me? With even it's not easy. You got so many people in your fucking ear, like, but whatever. Jeremiah, what's popping, man?
Man. So y'all know since the goal been playing. Out of every other quarterback besides me, I probably had one solid dude that was Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else either don't know the plays, turning the ball over, smoking, drinking, don't know what's going on. Want to blame everybody but the person who fucked the play up. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody come to practice but the same 5, 6 dudes. So we all out of sync. Don't nobody know what's going on. So I'm letting Derek, go recruit players that he know, people in the A7, people outside the A7, do what they do. While I'll try to find a coach, get a coaching staff so we can try to be a winning team this season. I'm gonna still play and do what I can, but I won't be playing quarterback though. I'll probably be like QB2, receiver, DB, or whatever. Just try to. But my main focus is coaching and just trying to get this team together so we can win.
All right.
That's it.
Now, what made you go with Derek? What made you finally be like, all right, I'm gonna put my pride aside. You feel me? I'm gonna listen to what everybody been kind of saying for like hella long. You feel me?
Yeah,
And I'm gonna really reach out. Not like you haven't before, right? But you gonna like really take it, I guess, more serious. Reach out and find somebody to fill in the
yeah.
role that you need.
I mean, out of everybody that I asked, Derek was the only person who was willing to help. You know what I'm saying? He know people better than I do because I'm not from Vegas. So Derek know more people than I do. I asked Lee, I asked Jody, I asked Perry, I asked Move. They all gave me answers like let me get back to you and see what's up. I ain't never heard back from nobody besides Lee. Lee said he'll help me out, give me some players, whoever they ain't like really performing, he'll send them to the goal. But outside of that, I asked Joe to come play QB. He said he'll get back to me. He ended up playing for the Hunters. Perry did the same thing. Smooth went to OTT that one season, so it ain't too much more I can do but play with what I got.
That ain't necessarily true. You ain't get your ass outside. You don't be at none of the flag fields. You don't be up there. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not going up there to play, you don't be at none of
Yeah,
these tournaments. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Even if
great
you're
place
not
to
going to
recruit.
play, pop your ass out just to go, you feel me, chit chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure you can make a pitch with the best of them. You feel me?
yeah.
But you gotta
I
get your
mean, shit,
ass
I went to the
outside.
last few, but shit, on the days they be having them tournaments, I be at work though, so
Now I
it
feel
be
you, but
kind of funky trying to do that.
bro, you got the flag
That's why I got
page.
Derek, because Derek be at them games more than I do.
You be at look. You got the flag page. You got the motherfucking the every Sunday mornings or nights. You feel me? For at least
Yeah,
4 hours. You know what I'm saying? 4 5 hours. Where it's like there's time. LA, shut up, nigga. Damn. Like it's one of those where you could say that you're not from Vegas. That don't
yeah,
mean shit. You not being from here don't mean nothing.
Nah, man. You got to get out to those fields and start talking to people, man. That's the best way to make it happen. And then I used to recruit from the gym as well, talk to guys that I saw that wanted to, looked athletic, say, hey, have you ever played football? Yeah. You want to play? Hell yeah. And that's how I got a lot of the players that I had. You got to go around, talk to the guys, man. And realistically, 2-5 is right. If you can't make it out to the tournaments and Derek can, perfect. Then go talk to him. That is going to be the difference in what you get out on the field by getting guys excited about coming to play in the A7 and get them out there to play. Because until they do that, until they see what's going on, until they see what basically A7 is all about, they're going to be hesitant. But to say,
yeah,
and I agree with 2-5, to say, hey, you're not from Vegas, I understand that, man. But if you are rolling up to the flag games or the tournaments, I understand you can't make it to the tournaments if you're working. But if you can make it to the flag games, that's when you go, man. Go talk to those guys. Most of those flag games are played, if I'm not mistaken, they're still playing games before our games start. I would even be going down there and talking to them then.
yeah. I'll try to catch the next flag game they got going on. I
Yeah,
don't
bro.
know when they play, but
You're not necessarily foreign, right? It's kind of like once you've been to like you could go to somebody's house once, right? When you go to somebody's house once, you're gonna ask them, hey, where's the bathroom? Where's your cups? You know what I'm saying? Yada yada yada. Okay, after you done been there at least twice, 3 times, motherfucker, you know where everything is at. You feel me? Like at that point in time, like it's like
yeah,
go to the flag fields, pop out, talk to the people. You're gonna see a lot of us out there. Pull up, get introduced to motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Or even just you gotta pop out that little shell too, though. You feel me? You got like your little reserve. You know what I mean? Little. You know what I mean? You gotta pop out. So on that, I got another question. Fuck it. What game are you most like? What I've been asking everybody. Okay, what game are you most excited to play in, or what game are you looking forward to most?
I'm really still because the last two times we played them, we almost beat them. So I'm pretty sure it'll be a good game. This next go around.
So you're not worried. You wouldn't say like teams like the Hunters who have been rebuilding just like you as well. What? How do you
I
see?
mean, we finally got our W against them. So it's now trying to. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got a good team. But I'm saying like all them dudes that went over there talking about they gonna blow us out, they gonna mercy rulers, and we end up beating them and going to the playoffs. So,
Yeah. What
but
about you,
I'm pretty
Derek?
sure they got a lot going on. So
Um,
we'll see. So
I'm very competitive, so I think the Insomniacs. it's kind of crazy to say
The
that.
fact that you laughed when there was no confidence in that shit, like you just said that shit just to say
I know I
it.
like playing against them
This
because
motherfucker just said that shit just to say it.
no, because most of my games that I did play, my best games were against the Somniacs. Most completions were against the Somniacs, even though they have crazy DBs and stuff like that. But most of my completions were against the Somniacs. And I just like playing. I like their energy. I just like how it is. It's really competitive, and it's not just people just shit talking in your face the entire time. So I just like that energy that they
No, it
when I
seems
play
like all
against
the
them.
shit talking is going on in the comments right now, but that's cool. Is
They
this
know
what it
they
was
got
like
a
last
lot
week?
closer than what it was.
But let's be truthful.
They only beat us in the
The
fourth
last
quarter.
the last time the Stealth and the Gold played, it was tied going into the fourth quarter.
Correct.
And then the Stealth pulled away in the fourth quarter. Be it as it may, truth be told, go watch the game if you don't believe us. It's in the archive somewhere. It was tied going into the fourth quarter.
Correct. I think it was 2020.
It was
Yeah,
2020
2020 going into the fourth.
Yep. I mean, look, I love the fact of people getting up, getting ready for these games and for this season. It's good to see people, talking that shit in the comment section. I'm good with that. What I really appreciate though, and very honest, is Lee helping you out. That is huge because I think he's a good dude, and he just wants to see us grow as a league. And so he comes and does a lot of things, and I think he's doing it the right way. Derek, if you want to talk to somebody that's doing it the right way, Lee's doing it the right way. Of course, I can't say enough about JB James from the Insomniacs. He's doing it the right way on building, and then you got Mark Gray. Dude, those three guys are the way you can talk to those guys and get an understanding. Granted, and I understand it, Mark and James aren't playing anymore. They're just coaching. I had the privilege to play against both those guys, and they are some of the best knowledge of football you'll come across. And just like I've had Jeremiah pick my brain about offense. Go talk to those guys, man. The whole thing about it when it comes to football is if you're not out there, we used to sit out there and watch games and scout other teams and see the things that they were doing, just so that way we can understand what's going on. And you guys have to do the same thing, and then you have to be able to talk to other players and other coaches to get an understanding of what they're doing. Man, are you 2-5? You laughing at LA? Who you playing with?
Yeah, because it's like LA got a lot of shit to say. He really does. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely could talk
Like,
to you.
man, Nosh, you saying it for yourself, bro. That dude is not coachable. He hard headed. He go out there and do what he want. He think he a quarterback. He really not a quarterback, bro. He just put it out there. He can throw the ball, yeah, but that's it, bro. He can throw a deep ball, that's it. But everything else, he fumbling at the mouth, running all over the place. I'm like, I got time to deal with that shit. How you show to the game, drinking and smoking, and then think you're gonna be a star player, bro? Ain't not one player in this league that can drink and smoke and just be a star player. If you can, kudos to you, but LA can't do that shit.
I think 2-5
Macon
got
can't
you
do
there.
that shit neither, bro. Like,
Do you feel
that shit
me?
wicked.
Yeah,
I seen dudes that can do that shit and go crazy, but them two, Mason and LA, bro, they are not the players that can smoke and drink and think they gonna be fucking Megatron and Mike Vick or some shit.
Well, you look pretty damn good to yourself when you hire drunk. So
that's yourself, man. Everybody else looking at your ass crazy. He's talking he the best quarterback when the team trying to pull him off the field from the quarterback spot.
Oh shit.
He had plenty of time to prove to everybody he can play quarterback. How many times I done got hit and got hurt and he stepped in? Come on, bro.
That shit.
The first game against them Sundays, he played the whole second half, right? Like,
hello, Mighty Quinn. How are you, sir?
Yo.
And I ain't trying to check anybody, but LA lying is not spelt that way. It's Lying, but just
See?
saying.
Proven point. Proven point. Like nigga twisted it up in his head.
Look.
Anyway, bro, the goal is looking for a solid quarterback. If you're a solid quarterback, man, pop out and do what you do. I'm trying to put a
I'll
coaching
be the
staff
first
together.
one. I'll be the first one to say it this way. LA, you hit me up. You want to be on the show.
Send his ass the
I will
link.
I will give you time on the show next week.
No, send him the link now.
No, I'll put him on the show next week. I ain't dealing with that.
Next
shit
week
right
we
now.
got the stealth. Why would we want him?
Yeah, he can come on after Lee, and
he left to go and went to the
piece.
stuff. Thought he was gonna play quarterback over there. They even gave his ass a jersey.
I could have told you that wasn't gonna happen.
Like, come on,
but
bro.
I mean,
Just
I
give it
have
up.
no problem with letting people speak their minds, but the bottom line is I'm not up for the arguments and everything right now.
Oh yeah,
you want to come on next week because all it's going to be is arguments.
He's gonna be like this close and shit.
So I mean, he want to talk next week. Cool, man. I will get you, LA. I will get you the link, and you can join us next week. You could come on after Lee is done, and you could say your piece. Have no problem with that. We're not going to put it out there and not let you say what you got to say. So, bottom line, like I said, I really appreciate Lee, helping you out and you guys getting together. That's what this is all about, man. It's all about coming out, and you can be friends off the field. You can be practice together the whole nine, and dog each other out when you're playing each other. That's what football is all about.
All right, Willie.
I got no hard feelings.
Gonna have to wait a week because this is not going to turn into Stephen A. and Max Kellerman. This ain't gonna turn into first take. So
no,
I
ain't got the stems for that shit.
Hey Jeremiah, game tomorrow or game this Sunday. What position you playing?
Receiver.
Hey Derek, game on Sunday. What position you playing?
Why does everything start with a laugh with you, man? You can't just say, hey, man, I'm playing wide receiver.
I would try to hit us smooth again, see if I can get him to come play quarterback.
I genuinely, because you guys said, and I'm just going to go back to it, because you guys said it is
game
harder.
on Sunday. Fuck all that. Game on Sunday. What position are you playing?
Yeah.
Receiver.
Okay.
Now look.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? Like, don't go off of what we're saying. We just have an opinion. You feel me? So whatever you guys got going on within the camp, the organization, whatever, the coaching, you feel me, the captain, all that shit, that's on y'all.
Man, Willie, how come I didn't get the invite?
Yeah, that was definitely a trick question, because you for sure said earlier that you were going to be stepping down to focus on yada, yada, yada. But I told you, if there's a game on Sunday, the passion that you still have for the game and still want to
it's going to come out.
Yeah, you're going to want to play. So y'all might have to find somebody else to run that shit for real.
That's what I said. Right now, I'm looking for. I'm trying to put a coaching staff together.
Play. But the thing about it is, understand what you're trying to do as a player coach. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That shit ain't easy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still talking to a few people about helping us coaching. Man.
The thing about it is, Derek, very simply, you step back. First series, all my guys are on the field. I'm standing off to the side, watching what's going on and seeing what the defense is doing, so that way we can make play calls.
They both playing receiver though, Chris.
What's that?
They both playing receiver though.
Well, no, he's standing on the sidelines for the first series. Let his guys go out there and play. See what's going on. You have to be able to take in what's happening as a coach to make the right calls. And sometimes that means putting other people on the field in your place.
Chris, there's your invite.
What's up?
There's your invite.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that ain't going to happen tonight, bro. School night for me. Old man got to get his sleep. And like you said, sometimes you got to make a sacrifice to better the program. That is very true. Very true. And sometimes that means, like I said, letting other people step in as you're doing your thing. So it's one of those situations, D, that you can be a player coach. You just have to understand what to do and when to do it. And like I said, that is telling people to go in and play in a position that you might be playing, but you're telling them to go in and play in that position because you need to step back and see what's going on to make changes or talk to your defense because of something you saw.
Yeah,
Simple.
I'm 100%. That's I'm willing to do that for just to make the team. I'm not a selfish person whatsoever. I want to see. I want to rebuild. There's nothing more fun than watching go from like zero to hero. You feel me?
Hey, have
So
you
that,
been
that's
have you been there since day one? How many seasons have you played?
no. So I've not been there since day one. No, this is my last season. My first season was last season.
Who'd you play with?
Just a second.
You play
He
with
was,
the
No,
gold.
that was my. I
he
was
was
yeah.
with the
What was
goal
the
last
goal?
year.
He actually did some good things at wide receiver for the gold
Yeah, yeah,
when
no,
he played.
yeah. But I'm saying because he said that uh, that's the only team you played for.
For A7 or just in general. I played for the gold.
Right, for A7, that's the only team you've played for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you playing for in the flag league?
I don't even know their name. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Uh, I just found them. There was like a team that just was brand new and they just needed guys, and I just joined their team.
Just kind of like picked up and joined the team. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I was at they had a sevens like tourney. Like it was like a week long tourney that it was like a couple weeks I think that they did, and then one of the guys came up to me and he was just like, "Are you looking for a flag league or are you in a flag?" And I was like, "I am." And then he was just like, "You want to help us out?" And I was like, "Sure." And I was like, and they're a brand new team, they've never played before, and I was like, and I'm helping them out, and then I'm also helping another team out for nighttime, because they this is their first time in the league, and then they just need some more guys.
That's what's up. But it gives you an opportunity to understand what it is you're doing and how you're putting a team together and how to build a team. I always try to build my team inside out. I always wanted my offensive and defensive linemen first.
Might be able to pick up some guys from the team.
Yeah.
You got two new teams that haven't necessarily played flag, let alone whatever, you feel me? So it might be out of two teams that you just hopped on, you should be able to at least grab like four.
I've
Mm,
been doing a lot of because I have never played in the 8-on-8 where they do have linemen. Usually it's like I think it's like the 6-on-6 or something like that where it's just non-contact. So now that I get to actually see linemen, I'm definitely gonna be talking to a lot of guys.
do they still do that 6-on-6? I'm not going to say what
I
to say. I'm
I
going to leave it alone.
believe they do.
Because when we played 8-on-8, man, we pancaked. Try not to go more.
The 6-on-6 is on Saturdays. So they have like the morning and nighttime league on Saturday, and then they have the
Okay.
8-on-8 on Sunday.
I got to go back out to the 8-on-8 games. I got to go check those out. Are they still where are they playing at now?
They're right now Heritage. I think all the flag games are at Heritage right now.
Okay. I have to go check it out before the season starts. I got to get out there, see what's going on, see what flag is like again.
Yeah, I have. We've
Been a
been.
minute.
I think the season starts. I want to say. I want to say next week.
You know what?
Um,
I'm gonna have to. This man I've known for 30 years, man. James, if you're telling me they're boring, I'll take you at your word.
Yeah. It's
So
only
I mean,
that's fun to watch.
what's that?
I say, yeah, it's just boring. It's only certain games that's fun to watch.
Okay. Okay. I just want to go see if they're still running spread and if they're still doing some of the stuff that we used to do. I'm curious.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because some teams do not run alignment at all. They just run like the spread option, and they just have people
Mhm.
rushing them the entire time. We do scrimmages. I was in a scrimmage last week, and we ended up losing. And I actually got this is the first time I don't usually get hot, but I was getting really hot because I got triple teamed
I got
by
you,
an
Jay.
old teammate.
I mean, it's one of those things, man. Football, period, is learning and understanding what to do, how to do it, and being on the same page with the rest of your players. And that is, obviously practice. When you see screenplays that are run with the Insomniacs, and you have big man running down the field blocking, tells you something. Tells you that they're all on the same page. And it is one of those things that you have to go out and practice on. And a lot of these guys don't understand that. If you want to win, it's not a matter of who is the best player. It's a matter of who's shown up to practice and understands the plays and knows what their individual assignment is. Because that's football. We ain't drawing it up in the dirt in the backyard anymore, man. We weren't doing that for a while, and so you have to know what your assignment is. You want to be an elite player. You want to get to that next tier, even in A7. You got to practice, and you got to, I know James will tell me that his guys don't, but they know their assignments on each play. They know what they got to go do, and that's from years of doing it. So it doesn't change anything. If you want to be a good team in A7, you have to be able to put that together in practice and make sure that your guys, whatever position they're playing, they have to understand their assignments. And that's the way you got to break it down.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna this is a lot. This I've never done it with like a group of grown men before, so it's gonna be hard because when we tried to coach last season, it did get really hectic, I should say, because a lot of people have egos and stuff. So I'm definitely trying to try. I'm gonna try to get it more to where it's more of a respect thing, and people respect me, respect the talent, and then I respect them as a person and their talent, and then we should I think honestly I think we should be okay.
Cooler heads
Um,
always prevail, man. If somebody's yelling, just talk regular, and they start to realize how much they're yelling because all they can hear is themselves.
yeah.
You know, football is football, man. There's going to be hotheads. There's going to be guys that think that they are all stars. They want to run and do all this stuff because, to them, they're the best player on the team. And those are the guys that sometimes you have to rid the team of so that way you don't have the cancer on the team. Just saying.
Yeah, I think hopefully it doesn't turn too much of an issue. I don't know. It's kind of weird like how all this because it was like everything was a lot of last second stuff. I'm gonna say that it was a lot of last second preparing, and I already had a lot of I've already hit up a lot of guys for help, and I already have like some people reaching out other players to because there was a lot of guys that came to me that wanted to try A7, but they were just like iffy on it because of how like they watch games and people are just brawling like in the first quarter. And so but like if and I'm trying to like now that it's like more of a rebuild, people are gonna they're just like, okay, it's a rebuild, and they think I'm a good person at the end of the day. They think I'm gonna do it the fairness of it can be, and so now they're more willing to come and actually show up to practice and try out.
All of it helps. All of it helps. So, Dub, you got any questions? He's still muted. 2-5. You got any other questions for Mr. Knight?
Um, no, not really. Keep it real. I guess you could just say with the with everything that's been transpiring, I guess, within the organization and your involvement, I'm pretty sure you see everything, going down a good path, right? Yeah. That's all I got with that.
Yep. Dub, you have any questions for Knight?
No,
I
I
wouldn't
just
even
appreciate the
talk about
time of you coming on, and certainly you have a desire to turn this program around, and I definitely wish you the best of luck. But I mean, I would just take the advice of two guys that have been in this game for a long time and just try to recruit the best way you can. And I mean, obviously, you have to treat this in a sense like a presidential campaign, where you have to really go out there and talk to the people and shake hands and kiss babies, if you will, if I can use that analogy. But certainly the best of luck to you, and certainly the best of luck to you this season. And hopefully you guys can improve on finally getting your first win in the team's history last season. Hopefully you can add that and get another one this year. So we definitely appreciate the time, and thank you and Bama for coming on and explaining your side of the story.
Of course, and thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, you got
Thank
it.
you. That was Derek
For
Knight
sure.
and Jeremiah Reeves. Coming on, and certainly a lot of drama still going on in the comments. Obviously, we will get Lasante Anderson's side of the story next week after Coach Lee from the Stealth comes on first. And 2-5 wishes it was right now, but
because we
that's
don't
not
have
gonna fit.
nothing. Let's do it.
You want to go?
But I
You want to rant?
understand.
You want to rant? You want him to rant for the next 27 minutes that we got left on this show?
I mean, we can mute his ass anytime he gets to ranting. All right, like it's gonna be a conversation, and you know what I mean. Like, but nah, we good. Let's talk about something different. What's up?
Man,
Well,
I ain't drunk yet, so I ain't
I
gonna
haven't had no drink. I'm good.
oh Lord.
And I shouldn't say yet. It's not like I do that all the time. Not at all anymore. No, Lee, I don't have it in me to do
Yeah,
that
Lee,
tonight.
I'm telling you, it would be great for television right now because everybody's tuned in.
Oh boy.
Don't worry, you get to hear him next week. We'll leave you on. You could talk to him next week if you want.
Fuck
Oh
it.
Lord.
Fuck it.
Tune in next week as Coach Lee of the Stealth and Lasante Anderson. Don't know where he's playing this year, but
We'll
formerly of
find
the
out. Don't
Gold.
trip. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of it.
Oh, 2-5, the private investigator. Here we go.
And the thing about it is, you want people to watch every week, right? So if everybody knows he gonna be on next week, guess where everybody be tuning in next week?
Right here on the Other Side of the
Exactly.
Ball Network.
Yeah.
Exactly. There is a method to my madness, even though sometimes I think it's just method and no madness, or just madness and no method, one of the two. Exactly.
But real quickly, I'm gonna talk the other stuff because Corey's not here and we gotta hear his mouth. So what did you guys think about the game that wasn't on this past Sunday? As I'm making my transition from computer to phone because it's
About
got
that
Game
game.
that wasn't
got work in an
on
hour.
Sunday? Are you talking about the Super Bowl?
Yeah, the game that wasn't. Yes, that game. Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. The game that wasn't on, yeah, because it was
Yes.
a whole Super Bowl. Horrible game. Horrible game. I just couldn't watch half of it.
I mean,
And
it was
some of it I didn't watch.
It was some decent plays, some good plays made, but other like we're with really wanting to see some like good football. It's been a minute since we've had like a great fucking game. Like,
Agreed. All it did in all reality, 2-5, all it did for me was get me ready for A7. Because I was like bored during some of it, and there's not a whole lot of boring times in A7FL. So that's all it did was I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. It's time to go watch A7 and watch these guys run around and make plays. Because I'll tell you what, that wasn't it. So I'm definitely ready for our games to start back up, and I know it's going to be a little bit a little different with OTT not being in it, like we thought they were going to be. So obviously, Gold doesn't have that first round bye or first
No
game bye.
OTT. The Gold need to go recruit some OTT guys.
That's what I was thinking too. That would be a great start for them to move to that side, unless you never know, man. Lee might have all the OTT guys coming back and playing with him.
Yeah, it's a couple of them though. I don't think would necessarily, but that's just my opinion. Some of them guys would have to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Bro, look, LA, it ain't even a lot of hate. I'm gonna keep it real. You be trying to make comments to like hella people that done watched you play. This ain't your first season. We know who the fuck you are, and it's not because you're like super duper fucking amazing. Okay. Again, you can sit here and tell us anything that you fucking want to, but we all really have our realest fucking opinion when it comes down to everything that you be telling us. You feel me? So it's like, come on, like Jeremiah said, you're not coachable. You got the utmost of an opinion. You feel me? You don't necessarily hold yourself accountable. You point your finger at everybody else. You was the Wayne person talking about you need another quarterback, yada, 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 yada. Like, come on. We've heard the same fucking shit every time we bring up the goal. You feel me? It's like Jeremiah's the problem. Jeremiah's the problem. Jeremiah's the problem. That's been you. You always said Jeremiah was the problem.
Well, and it's interesting because he says we weren't paying attention. I called the game.
He said we went paying attention. It didn't say
Wentz,
wasn't.
my bad.
Motherfucker.
We went paying attention.
You're not gonna fuck up my eyes. The fuck?
I mean, look, I call the games. I kind of have to pay attention. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm on the sidelines. Why wouldn't I pay attention?
Well, here you go. All of that really ain't gonna matter because at the end of the day, the same 1 and 2 out west is going to be the same as last year, and I would agree with that.
Yeah,
I would agree.
We might have a new third.
What's that?
I said we might have a new third.
Valid.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you never know what's going to go down when it comes down to the A7FL. Somebody was asking if the rosters were out yet. No, they're not out. Not out. Rosters aren't even due, I think, until the week prior to the game. So our first game is the 15th. Rosters won't be due until the 8th.
So we probably won't figure out to the 14th when we get them, so I can start prepping and get ready to, do the thing with Chris, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And I mean, look, bottom line is when you start talking about how players play and you start going off on different tangents, whether it's in the comments or on the show, people aren't blind, man. They see what's going on. And look, LA, it ain't hate. Nothing's ever hate. And that's not what it's all about. We're, everybody's got their side. Like when you called me, I told you there's two sides to every story. And
I said
those two sides are always going to be taken from that person's standpoint or that viewpoint. So right, wrong, or indifferent, everybody's got one. All we're doing is sitting back and listening to both sides of the story. I'm not passing any judgment on anyone. Who knows what went on? I wasn't there. I'm just listening, giving out opinions. And it gets quiet.
Because it's like one of those where it's like,
yeah, I know it's a head scratcher, man, because I mean, it really doesn't have to be that deep. But at the same time, I understand where you're coming from, 2-5, because both of us have been around and, we feel what's been going on and we see what's been going on. It's not one of those things where either side could sit there and say, well, this happened or that happened. Man, we watch the games. Forget film. We are watching the game. We're calling the damn game. You're on the sidelines dealing with shit. You're watching the game. It's that simple.
It's one of those where it's just, you have those that are consistent, and then you have those that are not consistent. So whether you're making plays, I think Cool Case mentioned earlier he threw 2 touchdowns against the Stealth. Okay, you threw 2 tutties. Okay, give you that. But the consistency of any of that shit throughout the whole fucking season, was it something that was possible? Was it something that happened? It wasn't. In the season before, is it something that was consistent and that happened? No. So it's like you can make plays here and there, but we can also go find fuck ups. That's for anybody. Whether they ran the wrong route, whether they you know what I'm saying, did some shit. I done had plenty of fuck ups.
Yeah. I mean, football, let's face it, football's usually won by the team that has the least amount of fuck ups.
Hey, I take it back. Chris. Don't do this shit next week.
Okay.
This is enough. This motherfucker don't even stop typing, so he for sure not gonna stop talking. We're gonna have to mute his ass. Don't do it, please. I take it back. I take it back. I'll take it back.
It is one of those things, man, that, you know, like we said just a little bit ago, everybody has their own side of what's going on and the way they feel about things. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, look, I have no problem.
What the fuck? They posted shit. Man, take it back. Take it back, please.
What's this now? If the gold record is the same as last year, he wasn't just the problem, but whether or not the team that struggled out west don't even look to bring you back. Got to do some soul searching. You know what? There's some truth behind that. And LA, look, man, you claim you're telling the truth. You're telling the truth from your standpoint. And whether somebody's lying on anything, they're telling the truth from their standpoint.
I'm about to challenge myself to do some homework. I got some shit.
Oh, you're gonna have to put some video clips up?
Let's go find it.
Okay.
Let's go find it. A person's always saying, watch film, watch film, watch film, watch film, watch film.
Well, the thing about it is, you know, look, the greatest thing about calling plays is we have to follow the ball. Period. If we're not following the ball, we are not seeing what's going on. That's just the way it is when you're calling plays. And, you know, whether we're looking one direction or another direction, the bottom line is we're watching what is happening on the field, because if we are not, we cannot make those play calls. So I don't know what he's talking about with us. 2-5, you're the same way. You're watching what's going on, and a lot of times we see you on the sideline doing your thing, but also watching the plays. So, you know, look, man, I'm about over this, to be honest with you.
That's why I said don't do this shit next week. But whatever, even if we have to, LA, look, this is what I want you to do. Send me 2 games. 2 games that you want me to go watch, that you feel like those were like your best fucking games and you didn't have no fuck ups. Send it to me. I'm gonna go watch it. Okay? I'm gonna pick out everything that you did great, and I'm gonna pick out everything that you fucked up on and could have been better. I don't know.
That's what happens when you tell us to watch film, man, because we critique and break things down. And I'm not sure that, you know, when you're talking about yourself on here, sometimes it's saying, hey, go watch film. Not always the greatest of things to say. But, you know, if I've got time over the weekend, I'm going to look at film too. And I'm going to pull out every time that I see what's going on. And, you know, if I see a loaf, I'm gonna call you on it because that's how you're getting that's what you're setting yourself up for, is for us to pick on all the everything, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And I don't truly want to do that because I really ain't got the time for it, but it is what it is. Well, we are all fans of the game, whether you're a player or whether you are a true fan. We all love the game. You don't watch football just because. You watch football because you are a fan of the game. And guys stay and watch the boys play on other teams, or you watch to scout. You're a fan of the game. And for me, I've been a fan of the game for a very long time, since I was 8 years old. Um, I don't even want to add that up to think about how long I've been a fan of football, but I just thought about it. It's 42 years. That's a long time. So longer than a lot of people have been alive that watch us. So it's interesting. Um, come on, man. I love this game. I love A7FL. I love being a part of it. I love talking on here and talking about football. Football is the biggest thing for me. I can guarantee you next week, we're not going down the rabbit hole to just talk all the crap. I want to know what's going on football wise. Yes, I am 54. Jordan, thank you. I am. Um, but we like, I love this game, and if I can make a living just calling games at this point in time in my life, man, I'd be ecstatic. I love watching football. I love football, period. And if I could still play, I can guarantee you I'll be out there playing. Knox, I know what you're saying. When you stand on the sidelines, when I was doing that job and I was walking the sidelines, man, nothing more than I wanted to do was than to jump in the game. I mean, you watching these guys playing, it's like, man, I want to play so damn bad. I know my wife would kill me, and if she heard me right now, she'd probably yell yes. Um, but next week we're getting back to football. We're not. I'm done with all the BS on this. So LA, we're getting back to football. Just so you know.
And
But
that
outside of, go ahead.
was brought to
Go
you,
ahead, Bill.
and that was brought to you by a whole lot of passion by Chris Vera.
I mean, when you're sitting in the booth and we're calling games and we're trying to watch some of the games from back east, you know that we've got a lot of passion for football. So
Yes,
it is what it is.
and anxious to see um, this new platform that is Atmosphere TV. That is
Yeah,
one of the new
I gotta
media
download
partners.
that.
That is one of the new media partners of the A7FL. So anxious to see how that's going to come into play. In addition to just who will be calling games besides Corey in the East. That'll be interesting to see as well. Um,
I forgot about that.
Interesting to see. We will have some actual footage from Atlanta, some actual footage from the Baltimore DMV area, and Los Angeles for that matter. You'll be getting footage out here.
Well,
About
you're
Steve
breaking up a little
Ashmore,
bit
how he'll
too.
be assisting. That's
Say that one more
because
time.
I'm in my car now.
Ah,
That's because I'm
gotcha.
transferring from phone to car.
Gotcha. Okay. And I agree with you. I heard you say that, being able to see some of the stuff that goes on in LA. I want to see the Atlanta team and what they got. And some of these new teams plus player movement. We'll understand a little bit of the player movement in out here in our division, probably the week prior to games, and that'll be some information. Of course, we don't always share that information until after the games, so that'll be something that will be talked about, I'm sure. And there might even be some surprises as to where players are playing come next season, especially on the East Coast with some of obviously some of the new teams should be interesting. I'm very interested to see Carswell out in Atlanta. I want to see where he's playing, what position he's
You ain't
playing
see
at.
him
I know.
just drop his wolf. I could have sworn I just seen him drop some
Yep,
wolves in
yep.
the
He's
comments.
He
he's
did.
right here, but interestingly enough, he's got the wolf pack up.
Who's to say he might?
So
You know,
I don't know. Like I said,
gotta wait and see.
until you start to see those rosters come out and players on those rosters, sometimes you kind of take a step back and you're like, oh, he's playing on this squad, and then first game of the season, you're like, nope, he's right back where he was. So, and the other side of it is, I'm going to go coast to coast. I'm interested to see what the Animals bring with them losing their wide receiver Manny Diaz and now picking up another receiver that is, I guess, really good friends with David Tender. It should be interesting to see what they're able to put together. Um, Want to see what BIC does. I mean, I know that after Insomniac's first championship, we heard about the complacency, and I don't know that I necessarily agree with that. But let's see what BIC does. With their first game after winning the championship. It's always one of those things of to be the man, you got to beat the man. So let's see what they bring. And
I
I've
agree
heard
with
I've heard some rumblings about some players that might be playing for them this year too.
I agree with you. It's one of those where every season the competition in a sense gets better. You feel me? So for them to be able to run it back to back this year is definitely gonna be some what we would hope for it to be some at least competition just throughout the whole divisions and league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just making it to where, like you said, the Renegades, the Animals, shit, Somniacs, shit.
Well, I mean, we had
So
what
you,
Renegades and Animals played BIC tough in the games they
you,
played them last year.
Twice.
The U, yep, the
Twice.
U. What are they going to have? A lot of question marks, man, from back east, and this new Baltimore team. And I've heard some rumblings on who's going to be on that squad. That could be a very interesting piece and a very interesting take. Um, we'll see,
Second
man.
year for the Heathens.
Yep, yeah.
I think
So
it's gonna be some fire football this season.
I would agree, man. I would agree. I think that we've got to, I think everybody should really pay attention in the first week. If you're not playing, man, you better be watching some games because I think that there's going to be some good stuff going on, and I want to see how it all plays out. Sure. I mean, we should get a
With that
pretty
question,
decent understanding of things after the first game. Sorry,
well,
go ahead.
Well, here's what I do know. We definitely will have our games, and definitely will have the laptop or an iPad on what's going on back east. So I mean, we definitely do our best to keep you updated. Uh, have our own little setup of what's going on back east because obviously um, there's a lot of games that I want to see as a fan. Like I said, I definitely want to see Animals versus Renegades. Um,
For sure.
Obviously, the U and BIC never disappoints. Again, anxious to see how the Hunters do in Compton or in Los Angeles because the last time the Hunters went to LA, they had a very good showing for themselves, albeit in defeat. They played the LA Aces tough in that game. So I'm
Very
anxious to see
tough.
how the Hunters will. First off, how many players will go there to LA to play the game, and what kind of a showing that they will have in the City of Angels.
100%.
But
Well,
gentlemen, we
gents.
got 5 minutes left.
Yep.
Final thoughts as we had a very intriguing banter with Derek Knight and Jeremiah Reeves, and of course, chat from the fan base. So, final thoughts. We will let the elder statesman of the group go first, Mr. Vera.
Um, football's football. Let's just get ready for the upcoming season, see the movement, see what's going on, enjoy the games, and have some fun this season. Even if it's fast forwarding in my mind to the Final Four, I want to see the 4 teams that make it this season. Um, that's something that's been on my mind because I'm wondering, is this one of those seasons where we see some new blood from the East Coast? Is it how good is a team from LA going to be? What are some of the things that are from Compton? Excuse me. Let's take a look, take a step back, and enjoy what's about to come.
No, I'm right there with you. I say, like I was like, I don't know. I'm right there with you though. I say for sure. It, when you mentioned it, I was right. Like I shook my head. Yeah, interested to see who's going to be within the top. I'll just say top seeds of talked about teams this season. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be the most exciting teams to watch? Who's going to what teams are going to bring out new players? It seems like every season for the past couple of seasons, there have been breakout players. From both divisions. So it's like eager to see how that turns out. Um, yeah, excited to see some good football and possibly be a part of it if I can find a team.
There
I
you
don't
go.
do
I hope you do. I hope you do. I want to see you back out there for sure.
Well, as for me, as Mr. Anderson is still trying to plead his case as we go off the air. um, for me, just to have the opportunity to be back in the booth with Chris and see where the league takes us and see uh, these teams take us because it's going to be another interesting ride. Where it ends up, I don't know. Interesting to see where the Final Four will take location at. Interesting to see where the championship game will take location at. Um,
True.
and hopefully,
it. It
we
better be here.
interest.
What's that?
Hopefully, we interest. Go ahead, 2-5. What were you saying?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
you took a sip.
No, I was just saying
Hopefully,
that
we
hopefully
gain.
for me to be here. That's all I was saying.
Oh, you're thinking of okay,
No,
the championship games here. Okay.
well, if not here, I don't mind going back to Bullhead one more time and being in that atmosphere again.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be that would be something.
but hopefully, we interest and we gain new fans, and hopefully, the interest in the league from the fans continues to grow, and hopefully, it continues to expand, and hopefully, new regions in the country will be interested, and they want to throw their hats in and get involved in this growing league that is the American Sevens Football League. That is my hope because obviously, as I said, I call this the fun job when the season does kick in because I mean it really is fun to just be a part. I mean, when I came on board 3 years ago, and hard to believe 3 years have passed since I've
So fast.
joined this league. Yeah, but just to be open up to a new brand of football and just to see how these guys play and just see some of their skills and athleticism, it really does, take you back and it just makes you say, wow, because, I mean, these guys are, in a sense, doing it for love of the game and, in a sense, doing it for free as opposed to now college with the NIL and, of course, the NFL. So, I mean, it's definitely a unique brand and style of football, but I'm privileged and honored to be a part of it, and even more so honored to call these games Mr. Vera. So that is
Yep,
that's my
appreciate you, my brother.
that's my thought.
Well, and I guess with that being said, Dub, can you
Well,
sign us out?
I can. So again, next week, possibly, LA will be on, but for sure, Coach Lee of the Stealth will be on to talk about the Stealth and give his coaching credentials, and of course, talk about how the Stealth is growing not only in eight-man padded football, but also for A7. Special thanks, as always, to 2-5 and Chris for joining us. Corey on assignment. I'm pretty sure he'll be back next week, and we might have a full panel again. Who knows? But in the meantime, again, special thanks to Jeremiah Reeves and Derek Knight of the Las Vegas Gold for coming in and giving their State of the Union address in regards to Las Vegas Gold. Appreciate you all for joining us, and as always, we will see you next week on the other side of the ball. You guys take care of yourself and each other. Ta-ta for now.